Hello, David Starlight from Australia. Everything's ready for your show.
So, welcome everyone to another week and another spiritual insight from Australia. I've got something on my nose, so I may look a bit funny. So maybe you can just listen to me or look at me from afar. So it's a rainy day here in Australia. It's been quite a lot of rain. It's hard to believe it's already March. The year is rolling on. My energy feels like it's becoming more focused. It's clarifying a bit. How has the year been for you? How's your energy been? What's it been like for you? What experiences have you had? For me, I've been a little, I would say, a bit cluttered, a bit unfocused. I've been busy on a lot of ideas, not so much energy, even not so much energy. And I think I was quite fatigued over the last year, and the cyclone, the storms, we lost our water, we lost our power, and it didn't happen once, it happened a few times. So it was quite a lot of activity energetically, and I think my body just needed to rest. And sometimes we do need a reset. We do need to restore our bodies. And speaking about resetting, I've signed up to go on a meditation retreat, yoga and meditation retreat. So that will be at the end of March. So I think it will be, what are we, the 6th? I think it will be in about 3 weeks. In about 3 weeks, so the end of March. And just giving you a heads up, welcome to Carlos. Great to see you, Carlos. And Carlos is a great friend of the show, and thank you for sharing. Something else that happened this week that's been a bit strange is that I've been invited to an investment group, and it seems to be a scam. And I didn't know what to do. I've been trying to message there's a government department that deals with scams, but suddenly it's really like lifted up a level there. And people in the group were saying they were going to send money today, and I started trying to warn people, which didn't seem to work. None of them responded, so they blocked me from the group. So I've been blocked from the group. So it's quite sad. I tried to do something. I've sent that message off to this government department that deals with scams, but it seems a bit late now because people are going to be sending money. I think they're going to start sending money today, and I don't know how many people are going to be affected, but some people were talking about a lot of money. So this is really very unfortunate, and I guess I was a bit curious what the scam was. So I was scammed before previously, and one gets sucked in, and it's wishful thinking, and it's when you're committed to in any direction somehow, and there's a social element. They're sending messages all day long, and people are messaging, and everyone's wanting to have a better life and all the dreams and dream fulfillment. But it is something that the more you invest in something, the more you believe in it, the more energy you put in it, and you start to take steps. They get sucked in, so they build it up and build it up for a while, and this has continually promised 5 times return. So when anyone promises something like that, no one can promise something like that. There's a lot of there's a lot of unknowns, and they impersonate people. So they're impersonating an American investor. So that's been quite a disappointing and a strange thing, because I thought it was a scam, but I wasn't 100% sure. And then I think it just became clear recently that it was a scam, 100% a scam. So just be really wary of scams. Please stay safe out there. When in doubt, usually there is a government department you can speak to on the phone, or you can at least message them, get some clarity. If something seems too good to be true, then it usually is. If something seems if you have question marks, then usually that's a sign that's just be really careful. Don't send money. Don't send any of your personal details, like your bank account or anything like that. So keep that safe, and keep safe out there, because people, I think often it's not intelligence, because very intelligent people get scammed, and I think often even more intelligent people get scammed more than less intelligent people. So everyone is intelligent in their own way, though. So it's interesting how we view intelligence and what the reality is with that. So welcome to Harjot Singh, and welcome to Erica. Carlos, how are you? Shared, so thank you, Carlos. It's great to see you. I'm wondering if anyone had questions about love and soulmates and twin flames, and I thought that was quite an interesting idea that people proposed. And generally, there are differing beliefs out there. I'm of the belief that a soul can split. But some people believe that's impossible. You are your whole soul in this incarnation. But the idea that a soul splits into two, that's I don't believe this is viable or realistic. That a soul splits in two and then this becomes some sort of love fest. It seems a little bit strange. When you think about it logically, why would your soul split in two so it could meet itself? It doesn't really make sense. Why would my soul want to be? I mean, it's theoretically possible, I suppose, but it's not common. And unfortunately, there's a whole industry devoted to promoting and selling these fantasies to people. Everything's twin flame. And also, it seems like when people have problems in their relationships, then other outsiders come and say, oh, you must be a twin flame. These are spurious ideas. These are not really true. And I don't even know if there is a word called spurious. And sometimes I throw out words and I'm not sure where they come from or what they mean. So welcome, Erica, and Erica believes in soulmates. So soulmates also, that's another topic, because people get quite confused in believing that they only have one soulmate. And a mate is a friend. In Australia, we use this word a lot. We say, hi, how are you, mates? We use a mate frequently it's really a friend. A mate is a friend. And your soul has many friends. It can have multiple friends. It can have multiple potential possibilities, potential romantic relationships. There's not an idea that you only have to be with one person. Now, intertwined with this is very important, because we do have soul contracts. And some of these contracts are very impenetrable, I would say. They are just, these are your parents, that cannot be changed. That is for this lifetime. These are your parents. That's it. There's a line in the sand on that one. But certain contracts can be changed. They can be adjusted. They're variable. They're of less potency, or they're just in the realm of possibilities. And it also lines up with the 5-dimensional reality, that the consciousness we have is shifting into more of a personal multi-dimensional reality, in which our consciousness expresses itself in multiple ways, in multiple layers, and in individual ways. So just because we're having a blissful experience, it doesn't mean that somewhere else in the world there isn't a 3-dimensional war going on. And it's important that we take autonomy within our personal realm and understand that we create our own reality, and take that seriously, creating our own life, our own reality, our own world in our own way, in a way that matches our vibration, that matches our consciousness, in a way that expresses who we are, who we wish to be, equaling and expressing the true self that is within us. So yes, there is soulmates. There are soulmates, and there can be multiple soulmates, and on a different level, we're all friends. A soul can have many friends. So separation, I guess, separation 3D consciousness was very much spreading this idea of separation, and you only have one soulmate, or you only have one twin flame, or whatever these ideas are. These are just people's ideas. Don't let them penetrate too much. Welcome, Shakti. Welcome back. Good to see Shakti. Erica, I think it's a person who you don't always need words to express themselves. They just get us on a soul level. We need more ownership of loving ourselves as well as deeper connections. Welcome, Shakti. I'm doing well today. How are you, Shakti? And I'll just leave that up, Erica, and respond that the soul is multidimensional. It has a multiplicity about it. There is a goddess power within this soul, divine power. You could call it God or goddess, because really it's both. It's neither. I mean, it's neither one nor the other. We have both of those energies. Sometimes some souls will take on a certain configuration more than another, so they may prefer the feminine expression than the masculine, or they may prefer the masculine to the feminine. So there are patterns in the soul that configure a certain way and take on a certain physical form when they appear before you. If you can see a soul in front of you, it is possible to see beyond the 3D reality. We can shift our perspective and see beyond. It's almost like seeing with the eyes of our imagination, seeing through the eyes of our imagination. That is possible. And soulmates, I think really focusing on soul contracts is a more effective and productive way, simply because I really feel we have contracts with certain people. If you're married to someone, for instance, that is a legal contract. But why did you marry that person? That's most likely a soul contract. It's a soul contract. And great to see Shakti, Pamela, P-Love, Ramaj. So welcome, Pamela. We're talking soulmates. And do you have a soulmate or soulmates? Do you feel like certain family members are your soulmate? Did you have a romantic soulmate? Because there's so many differences, and your animals can also be soulmates. In fact, I really believe animals are soulmates. So animals are soulmates. They come with a very angelic soul, a very angelic soul. It's unconditional. It's unconditional, very pure. The angelic realm, the angelic souls of the animals. Pamela says, I have a soulmate, romantic. That's amazing, Pamela. So Pamela has a romantic soulmate. And if you're in a romantic relationship with someone, I think ultimately we all yearn for that soulmate connection. At least I speak for myself. It's something one yearns for, because it's in our physiology as human beings that we seek union, we seek oneness, we seek connection. And that's one way to connect to this field of oneness, is through sexual union or through physical union with another person. Just living with another person is also something as within our DNA as human beings, as social creatures. We have this sociability, this need within us to cohabit with other people, to be connected with people. And Pamela's asking, can it be romantic if it's long distance? That's a great question, Pamela. I don't know that I have the answer because it's all individual, it's all personal. I definitely think people do have romantic feelings that can be long distance, and soulmates can be long distance in my opinion. I don't see why not. And even can there be a soul contract long distance? I would say yes, there can be, because nowadays, for instance, we can have a job without even being in the same room as other people. We can be on the other side of the planet and still have a job and work with other people very far away. So distance is no longer so much of a factor. So why not romantically as well? Because we can work long distance romantically, or we can have long distance relationships. And the soul has many layers, and contracts can be very different and pluralistic or expansive. A soul contract is not necessarily one-dimensional or something of a narrow character, a narrow sort of defined the way we think. A soul contract can be beyond our limitation, beyond our mind. So soul contracts are very open, very interesting, and often can even be quirky. Why not quirky? And long distance, why not? So I've felt connected to people long distance many times in my life. Often I met them or didn't meet them, or when I did meet them, I didn't feel the same connection. So energetic connections don't always translate to the physical. Even spiritual connections don't translate to the physical. Erica says, I have a cat named Ruben. I feel he's one of my soulmates. I do hope to find a soulmate in my life again, but happy in my life now presently. So that's one of the misnomers I feel about soulmates, is that they use the word soulmate to mean romantic love, but a soulmate could be your friend or your pet. So Ruben's your soulmate, but it's not a romantic relationship. But I'm sure you have a friend that I feel you do, that you have a very strong connection with, and that is a soulmate. That is a soulmate energy. So soulmate energies, as that word means, it is a soul friend, and a soul friend can be your mother. She can definitely be your soulmate. But people, I know, they like to use that word romantically. So Erica, I think you're using it romantically. I do hope to find a soulmate in my life again. And that's the key, what you said there, Erica. That's really beautiful, that you're happy in your life presently, that you feel happy. And I picked a card for you, which is the second chakra. So I wonder what that means, the second chakra. I'm just going to think about this, Erica. So there is some energy going on there, Erica. So interesting to pick that card, because it is a card of intimacy. It is a card of finding affection and connection with resonant souls around you. So perhaps it's giving you encouragement to express yourself creatively, nurture, be comfortable with the waves of intimacy coming your way. But it does feel like there is an intimate connection there, Erica. Paula, glad to make it live, and great to see you, Paula. We're going to be at 3 p.m. next week. I think that's Eastern Standard Time. Erica says perhaps, and it doesn't, and we can play with these ideas. I think it's fun to play with these ideas and not be so committed to one particular idea. And we can learn that in all topics. Just allow for different expressions, and acknowledge that having different expressions is what we're here to do as human beings. If I make a painting, it's not I'm not supposed to make the same painting as you are. We all have a unique divine blueprint, a unique divine expression. And same with music. If we all produce music like John Lennon, well, what kind of world would we live in? John Lennon was John Lennon, and he had his own unique soul signature. His own unique soul signature. So just coming back, where are we? Sorry. Paula, I really enjoyed your backgrounds. That's my painting, Paula. I am an artist, and sometimes I don't spend enough time online doing all the profiles and promotion for my artwork, but I am an artist. Let me see. Thank you so much, Paul. I really appreciate that. And I was just looking for this for Pamela. What is the difference between a soulmate and twin flame? So these are words that are used, and really we have to understand language in a way that even though a word may have a certain meaning 1,000 years ago, or it may have a certain etymology originally, a certain origination. Nowadays, we use words in different ways. So a word can mean different things to you and to me. And when we understand each soul as a unique expression, then we cannot understand language as the sense of the same meaning, because what soulmate means to you is not what a soulmate means to me, because we're different beings, if that makes sense. So language may be in common, but remember there's an interpretation and unique expression of each soul and how it intermingles with the language. So when we have a word, it's kind of like if you imagine everyone is a soup. Everyone is a bowl of soup, and when I throw salt on that everyone's soup, our soup still tastes differently, and that salt is received a slightly different way. For one soup, it may be too salty. For another soup, it may be perfect. For another soup, it may need more salt. So the salt is the language. So each of us is the soup, and how we interact with that salt is unique to us. So how we interact with language is unique to us. So I think the framing of that, the framework to understand these concepts, just helps us get a bit of distance, get a bit of neutrality, get a bit of personal feeling, take ownership of our own personal expression, our own unique soul signature. So Paula, whoa, I'd love to check your work out there. Thank you so much, Paula. I think it's got to be somewhere in those comments section. I'm going to just look in the... I'm going to look if there's some art, because I have some websites. So I'm going to see if I can send this link to you here. Let's just have a look. So if you look over there, Paula, at the bottom, and there's brilliant. So just go to that link, and it's not updated. I'll update it. Thanks, Paula. And Dee will come to you. Yes, I shaved, Shakti. What do you prefer? Which one is better, Shakti? So we have so many interesting dimensions of what's going on in our life. And Dee, I will certainly come to you soon. I'm still answering this Pamela's question, which is a very vast question. But what I've been talking about, Pamela, is that a twin flame is an invention. It's not something real. I did study Kabbalah. There is some idea in Kabbalah and Kabbalistic literature of the twin flame. It is actually in the literature that there is some concept of that. The mystical traditions, that a soul would splinter off, and that what a twin flame is the same soul that's split in two. So a twin flame relationship, the same soul is split in two. So two people have the same soul. So what I've been saying is that I believe it's a principle. I believe it's theoretically possible, but realistically, I don't really think this is happening. I've never come across something like that where I met a couple and I I was like, oh, that's the same soul. It's never come in my personal experience, in my life experience. Do I believe it's theoretically possible? Yes, I do. I just don't really think, like, what would be the point of your soul splitting in two so it could have a relationship with itself? It doesn't really make a lot of logical sense. So I'm going to say I don't really buy into twin flame. I don't really buy into the concept, but I'll try to remain open-minded and be a possibilitarian, be open to possibilities, and that's important. Be open to possibilities. You know, if you come across this idea and it resonates with you, maybe that's in your soul contract. Who knows? But I prefer soulmate. It's softer. It means a soul friend, and our soulmates can be animals, can be family members, friends, people, all sorts of people can be soulmates. And what we tend to talk about is a romantic soulmate, or use soulmate in the context of romance. And this is essentially, it's a soulmate, it's a soul friend. So when we use that romantically, we mean it's a soul friend. So that friend is here to support us and help us express ourselves in our own unique way to meet our potential. So soulmate is there to support us. So it's very much like you would describe a friend. It's the same thing. A friend is there to listen, to support, to bring you forward, to be there for you. That's the same thing with a soulmate. For me, in a romantic relationship, it's also doing things together. It's like, let's go, skydiving together. It's because there is that connection and mateship. However, you can have different very different lifestyles and different interests and still be in a romantic soulmate connection. But I would argue generally that if your relationship is connected and you're on the same page, you're communicating, you feel a soul connection, then that is a soulmate connection. The question is, if you're in a relationship that's very toxic, is that there for a purpose that is also fulfilling this soulmate narrative? So I would argue that sometimes we have a friend who's on a soul level, they're our friend, but they've come into our lives to provoke us. So that happened to me. It's a different energy. I was provoked in a romantic relationship. I don't believe necessarily that is not a soulmate. I just think it's not most people's notion of what a soulmate is or should be. So a soulmate can be a toxic relationship as well. In this the paradigm I'm explaining, the soulmate can have a lot of fire energy that can be destructive, but on the other hand, it can also be a loving relationship. So these things are not either or. They're not necessarily separated. They can be connected and co-created. So it can be quite complex. What is a soulmate? So Pamela, it's a great and interesting topic. I really like it because I have had a very difficult relationship that was very toxic. Paula, I'm going to be there soon after the live. I'm sorry, can't wait to check it out. So Nessa would love a reading. And Paula, well, they're awesome. Didn't see the one on here. Yeah, so I do have a limit on how many paintings I can put up on that website. And I'm on some other websites. As I said, I tend to procrastinate or not deal with all the online stuff. Sam, welcome to Sam. I like gloves. Okay. I don't know what you're referring to, Sam, but maybe you're referring to the gloves that you wear on your hands. And I don't think I own any gloves, Sam. But gloves can be really good when you work outside. Or maybe Sam is playing some games. We get these kind of people around. Shakti or mustache left. Which do you? Oh, I think you said I like you without better. Thank you, Shakti. I think we all need some change, even if it's just in our wardrobe, wear different clothes. Otherwise, we become a bit bored, a bit the same. So it's always good to express yourself in unique ways. And that's, I think, when one shaves as a man, you have that opportunity to express yourself creatively, and that's kind of cool. I know women do a lot of things often with their hair. I don't do much with my hair, so this is something that I can express myself. Welcome to Crystal, all the way from Alberta, Canada. So happy birthday for Thursday, Crystal. And Crystal is a friend of the show, so welcome back, Crystal. We're talking about soulmates and twin flame relationships, and we've had many opinions expressed about this concept. And we've got a real soul traveler, Shiloh. I know but I always pronounce that wrong, so I don't know if I got that right. Shiloh is a real soul traveler, so good morning, Shiloh. And what do you think about soulmates, Shiloh? Shakti, I think, Shakti, you're in India, but I could be wrong. Erica said, I think it's a person who you don't always need words to express. They get you on a soul level. And this can be someone who you don't see for many years, but you see them again and you still feel the same connection. And we have those connections in our life, usually, hopefully. So soulmates can be all sorts of things. What is a soulmate to you? Is it just a romantic idea, a romantic notion? And I'm just looking for D. Just looking for D. How do you know the difference? Onessa asks, how do you know the difference between a friend and a romantic connection? Well, that's a good question, Onessa. I don't know the answer. How do you know the difference? That is up to you, Onessa. That's up to you to explore. And maybe I could ask you, how do you know the difference between a friend and a potential romance? Because romance can grow and develop. It's not stuck. It's not solid. It's fluid. It's something that can develop and grow. And Shakti, I think you pronounce it Shiloh. Okay, Shiloh. And D is here. So let's pick a card for you, D. See what's going on. I'd love to know what you think of this topic, and let me know if you have any questions. Crystal is dealing with a Capricorn Sagittarius man who blocks and unblocks me, but we never dated, so I don't know if something is wrong with him. Yeah, well, I think we all have go through changes, and there is definitely a lot of mental instability in the world, and people are quite anxious and potentially agitated. So that's really interesting, the energies we deal with. I was talking about scamming and how there's a lot of online pirates out there. We have to be really mindful and careful of what we're doing online and how we're relating to people online. And people can be reactive, and They can be quite cruel. They can express themselves, express their shadow side, almost like expressing their dark side online, like letting it all out to complete strangers. And they'll never act like that to someone's face. So that's really interesting. And if you don't feel safe, Crystal, step away. You don't need to invest yourself in that. Sometimes it's best to just step away if we don't feel safe. And Shakti, could I please receive a reading? Anything that's important? All right, we'll get to you soon, Shakti. I was looking for some soulmate questions or comments, people sharing. But D, I'm going to pick a card for D. I would say that we all here to develop ourselves to we are here to develop ourselves, to experience the world, and sometimes we need to heal something, and it comes into our life for us to look at it and to heal it. It may not be easy to experience that thing, and it may be that healing trauma is not what we think we signed up for. But if that's what you're experiencing, then that's what you signed up to experience. That's what you signed up for. And this may be your last lifetime, and then you maybe you can retire after this lifetime. Before I get to you, sorry D, I was just looking there. Worst, he phones me at 3 a.m. Just be really careful, Crystal, because and boundaries are really important. And for everyone, make sure you turn off your phone when you're sleeping, because that affects mental health and well-being. Your phone should not be in the same room as you, and it should be switched off. And if you leave it on, that's not going to be helpful for your sleep, because you're not a hospital. So a hospital has to remain open 24 hours for emergencies, because people can have accidents in the middle of the night. And if you work for an ambulance, then people do have night shifts, and that's what they're there for emergencies. So there are people who are dealing with emergencies, but that's not your job, Crystal. You have your own job, your own purpose. It's not to deal with people at 3 a.m. And I think in most countries they have Lifeline, and they have these suicide, these emergency lines that you can call to get support and to get help, and available 24/7. So a lot of people can get grief support. They can get Lifeline. They can get these organizations in the middle of the night if they do need that support. And there's really wonderful and beautiful organizations that support people. But that's not what you're doing, Crystal. So turn your phone off. All right, we'll get to you, Onessa Alert. Okay, so D is here, and I'm just gonna focus on you, D, and let's have a look at what's going on for D. Okay. All right, so there's a lot happening, D. You're going through a lot of emotional upheaval, which it's about healing. It's about calmness, coming back to yourself. But there is this experiencing that's it's just a lot of experience for you to go through, D, and that has been called into your life, into your world. It's been called at you to look at it and to bring your energy, your attention into it, and then to heal it and let it go. So don't hold on so tightly, D. Let things go. Let them be released from your system, your paradigm. Balance is very important for you right now. So keep that as your focus, coming into balance. Always think balance, balance, balance. So early nights, moderate, always be moderate with eating, moderate with exercise, moderate everything for you, moderation, D. I will let everything go. Let's just see. There's a lot of thinking, so just soften your mind a little bit. Let your mind rest, because there's too much energy in there, and it's kind of driving you a bit crazy, D. So just slow down, balance yourself, keep coming into balance, and things will resolve themselves much more effortlessly for you if you take that paradigm of effortlessness. But I do feel very much that community support is important, and connecting to other people, allowing that to percolate, to receive the support, to make those connections. So when you have opportunities to connect with other people, take them. Just remember what I said about balance. Just remember the balance. All right. So yeah. So just allow everything to calm down, D, because life is happening, and it's only us that take anything seriously. There's only us and how we think about it. It could just be, letting go of things, not holding on too tightly, and not taking anything too seriously, because it's all here for our growth. And sometimes, things happen. Things happening. So good luck to you, D, and lots of love. And Karen, welcome, Karen. It's 5:46 p.m. in upstate New York, and that's on the East Coast. It's cold this time of year, so Karen's probably a little bit cold. So welcome to Karen, and great to see you. Thank you to D, and lots of love to D. Very sweet soul, and lots of love to you, D. We are here for you. And community, remember community, D. All right, so I'm going to have a look at Shakti. Could I please receive a reading? Anything that's important to know on my soul path. All right. I'm just thinking I've got another deck of cards that will be good for you, more about the soul path. Yeah, I just left it at somewhere where I work. All right, so cards give us some guidance. So Shakti, let's have a look here. Shakti. Okay. Have a look there. I'm going to pick from the Work Your Light oracle. All right. So let's have a look at this Shakti. Okay. All right, so there's a real activation happening for you, Shakti. I would say the word that comes to mind is priestess. Priestess. So that's calling you to lead. That's saying that you're here to step up. You're here to dedicate yourself to service. So when you dedicate yourself to service, then you find your path, you find your purpose. Service, freedom, leadership. You don't need to be perfect, so let go of that idea of being perfect. We're not here to be perfect, we're here to experience life. So let your life be your message, Shakti, and share your story. So you're here to share your story, and it helps other people to hear your story. We realize that we're in this life together, and we're less alone. So you're here to shine your light with courage, shine the light for others to venture forth. So that's your calling. You're being called up to lead. You're being called up to share, and it's all coming together. There is this intuition being activated, and your soul tribe is coming together. So trust your path. Trust your path, and that will help you to find the way. Let your intuition guide you, and let yourself be seen, Shakti. Let yourself be seen. You're ready to call in and create this web of light around you. There is a healing card, so it's a transformation card that's telling me that you are here to transform, that you are here to go through this process of transformation. So you're here at this time of Earth for a reason, this time of this planet for a reason, to go through these changes, to emerge from the darkness, to bring the light into the world. And this is going to happen as you heal your patterns. You change physically, you change at a cellular level. And so this is a deep healing happening for you as well. There is a sense of possibility around you at the moment. Be really careful with your heart. And there is an opening for much greater healing and happiness. So that's really, it's really optimistic, Shakti. Good cards for you. So thank you so much, Shakti. That's all I have for you. All right, Shakti, Shakti, Shakti. And welcome to Norma Hutchinson Ores. Oh, I think I saw you on Facebook, Norma. So please send me a message, because then I'll know who you are. I saw you on Facebook. Please send me a message. Shakti is a perfectionist. Karen, I'm up for a reading if you are. So please do follow the links, and you can send me a message. You can donate to this show. There is the donation link. And I'm just writing it. So that will take you to the donation link. Norma, I saw you also. Shakti, awesome, very on point, everything you said. So much gratitude to you, Shakti. So thank you, Norma. So I was talking about my artwork, and that is the link to my artwork. Well, some of my artwork, because I have a lot, and I can just I have a lot of drawings, and it's hard to share that all online. Maybe I could. It's just about time and focus for me. I prefer to be making the art than to be putting it all online or whatever. So for donations, that's a link to follow. That is always appreciated and supports our work on the show. I'm going to have a look at you. Anessa, I think I've done you for about 3 weeks in a row. So I'm going to focus on Karen. I don't know your last name, Karen. I think you're new to the show. But you're in upstate New York, which is cold and rainy. So we're going to do Karen. All right, let's have a look at you, Karen. And it would really help the show if I could see your face, Karen. Just because then it just helps me to activate if I can see a person. Helps me to hone in on them, focus on them. All right, so I'm seeing actually you walking away from something and going traveling. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Karen. I'm also seeing you holding a heart. So what does that mean to you, Karen, about your heart? It could just refer to you. Your emotions, so it feels like this is dealing with your emotions. So just balance yourself and stay calm. This does feel a bit romantic as well, but I do see you stepping out, walking away, and travel. I'm seeing the world. I'm seeing some travel coming up for you, Karen. So that's expansion, that's opening up, that's reminding you to expand your vision. And Karen, I'm at work right now at a brain injury center, so I can't. So it could be referring to using the technology to expand your network, because the world card usually indicates travel, but these days it could just indicate expanding your worldview. It doesn't have to be literal. So cards are not always literal, and it's all about the interpretation of those cards. So my life expands into boundless horizons. So opening up your worldview, Karen. Let's have a look. And I'm going to pick another card for you, Karen, from the other deck. And let's have a look. All right, so this card is indicating that your purpose in the world is actually a spiritual one, that you've been brought to be of service, and to bring on this this is spiritual age. So you're part of the transformation of the planet. So align yourself spiritually, acknowledging that your soul is being brought forth. It's come to the world to express itself, and this has a collective meaning. So try step away sometimes from getting overly invested in certain things, to recognize that you are part of the change, and just your mere presence is enough. You've been training for this for lifetimes, and your soul is here to express itself, to bring its gifts to the world, Karen. So that's a beautiful card and a beautiful message for you. And Norma, if you feel up to it, I would love a reading. So I'll just do a quick card for you, Norma, and then you'll be the last, and we will finish the show. Karen says she loves to travel. And that world card, yeah, that means you are connected to the world, Karen. Norma Hutchinson. All right. Still looks like it's raining out here. All right, so let's look at Norma. So it feels like things are a little bit blocked around you, Norma. It feels like I'm stuck, I would say. Indecision. It definitely feels like you're in this straitjacket almost, like you can't move. So we need to move this forward, Norma. We need to get you moving. So this, just take a small step, and you know, don't overthink this. Just take a small step, and then another little step, and then another little step, and then things will start to open up for you. So that's what I've got for you, Norma. Please do take just a little step today, and remember what I said: little steps, and then things will start to open up again for you. So good luck to you, Norma, and lots of love to you. So thank you so much, everyone, for being on the show. We will be here at 3 p.m. next week, and see you all again. Lots of love to everyone, and have a beautiful week. Take care. And you can send tips. And I think the link was shared before for donations. That's the link for the donations on your screen right now. So I'm going to wish everyone a beautiful week. Thank you so much for being here and for sharing. Morning to Radiant Life 17, welcome to you. Great to see a new person on the show. We're just finishing off the show, and thank you to everyone for being here today. Much appreciated. Wishing you a beautiful week. Feel free to contact me, and be light, be love, and sending love to you all. Let's raise the vibration of the planet, and remember that possibilities are infinite. And we don't need to be stuck in the past or limited by past events. We can always open up to create peace within us and peace beyond us, peace in the eternal realm. And remember, you are a soul, and a soul is here to create, to be unique, to express its uniqueness on the planet, on this earth. So thank you, everyone. Bye.